Okay, before I start this radio show, me from the future wanted to just inform you that A, yes, my voice is a lot deeper now that I am 5 months on testosterone. B, all of this was recorded before I took any hormones. That's why I have a much higher voice because I pre-prepared this and pre-planned it and wanted my thoughts and feelings about the songs to be quite fresh in terms of making them and everything like that. Also, keep in mind that while the recording quality isn't that great because of the camera on my laptop, I am doing my best. If it's edited a bit funny, I can't really help that too much. But I thought I would let you know that this is all pre recorded, that's why my voice sounds different, and the reason as to why. So, hopefully, without further ado, you enjoy the radio show.
Hello, hatchlings, and welcome to the Quack Talk Radio. And you're thinking, well, why is this a radio kind of thing instead of a podcast? And that is because I'm going to be playing some songs on here. And not just any songs, they're songs that I have written for my album that I've just done. And I'm extremely proud of it. And you're thinking, an album, the whole entire thing. I guess you would call it an EP album. I don't know. It's just, I did it myself. And one particular song features my cousin, Ryan Holmes, and he did an amazing job on that song. It was really good. But this whole entire album, okay, right, was done on this. This right here, the whole thing was done on this. And for a point, I was walking home and there was a really bad storm, and then all of a sudden, the audio, like the microphone, I'm guessing for the phone stopped working, and I was like, oh god, I have songs I still need to record and sing and stuff on them. But I used my earphones that were given to have a microphone on a little bit thing, you know, the ones that you kind of see with the ASMR videos, and they got the little headphone with the, yeah, it's that one. So I used that to record the rest of the songs with my voice, and jeez, it's just, it took a lot longer to finish it off than I expected, and that's fine, you know, sometimes things happen that you just can't control, you know, technical issues is something that's not really helped. But I definitely wanted to do a radio for this, a radio show, so it's the Quack Talk Radio, and it's a special longer episode because I'm going to be playing my songs and just kind of explaining bits about them, things that may not make sense in the songs, just because I'm not the best lyricist. I'm still kind of learning with the whole music thing. I did get like singing lessons, piano lessons, and stuff like that, but I've never really done anything beyond a year, 2 years of learning something. So for me to finish a whole entire album with very, very little knowledge is pretty good. Just saying. Some of them probably sound like noise rather than songs, but I'm still proud of them, nonetheless. If you haven't already noticed, I've already secretly been releasing the whole album, and I would say all of the songs should already be up on my channel secretly. I want to see if you can find them all, because when they were uploaded and made public, they got a little bit hidden. So there's a little bit of a secret for you already. If you don't want to listen to the whole entire podcast, then you're welcome to go and search for the songs on that album through the channel. The secret songs, by the way. So, hope that's a little bit fun for you guys. A little bit of a hide and seek video challenge. Yeah. It is what it is. So, welcome to the podcast. So, I think first things first is talking about the first song. It is only the beginning. Whew. Basically, with this song, I wanted it to be kind of like a Lily Allen type song, is where the inspiration for that song kind of came in. Just because I wanted every song on this particular album to be a little bit different from each other, because I didn't want it to be samey. Still putting, obviously, my touch on things, my little music kind of thing that I have. So, this particular song, I was like, with the chorus, make it a bit of a call and a response. So when you have music, you'll have a person who does a call, and then afterwards you'll get a little bit of a response from the background. So when they're saying, I think I'm fine, that's the response to the first part. So that's the idea that I wanted to do. This particular song, it is a little bit vague, but not quite as vague. How I wanted to do this was that people could relate. So it's like, make the definition of they broad, not kind of singular, like singling out anyone or anything like that, just kind of they as the people who kind of talk down to you, make you feel like crap and everything throughout your life, and make you feel like you can't do anything. Just be like, well, I'm just doing me and I want to be myself, and I'm gonna get through it whether you want me to or not. I'm just gonna keep being me. So that was kind of the idea of everything, and it was like, you know, don't let them push you around. Don't let them say that you can't do anything, because you can. The only person that is stopping you from doing that is yourself, by listening to these people saying that you can't. If you keep trying and trying and trying, you're gonna get there. Like, I didn't think I was gonna finish an album, and yet here I am finishing an album, and then making another one somehow. So, you know, things just, if you keep pushing, they're gonna happen. You're just gonna try really hard. Like, real hard. So hopefully you enjoy it. I'm sure you will. I'm hoping you will. And yeah, we'll be back after the song. So here we are. It is only the beginning from my album, Living on Mars.
smother you, cover you. You're yourself and more than that. You can't make everyone happy, but you can make yourself believe yourself, appreciate yourself, be yourself, let yourself be happy. Appreciate yourself. Even if you don't so, how does it feel like all the time to know you're wrong? I think I'm fine. How does it feel like in your mind to think I'm wrong? I think I'm fine. Once upon a time, I feel like all the time small to know you're strong. Made away the control. I think I'm fine. Once upon a time, I feel like I'm small to think I'm strong. Made away the control. I think I'm fine. Once upon a time, I feel like all the time small to know you're strong. Made away the control. I think I'm fine. Once upon a time, I feel like I'm small to think I'm strong. Made away the control. I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine.
Okay, I hope you liked that one. It's definitely something. I'm not playing every single track on the album per se, so if you do want every single bits and pieces of this particular album, you will have to go to iTunes and SoundCloud and Spotify, wherever you can find it, basically. So, Living on Mars by Marlene Purcell. If you wanna grab that, you can. You're welcome to. If not, you can just listen to the ones that I play here on the channel, and yeah. Okay, well, on to the second song, which I did not talk about in detail at all the first time I did this. And it's not the most easiest thing to talk about. So, yeah. I wanted to make an R&B track, and my inspiration came from, like, Destiny's Child with the kind of backup singing, harmonizing type thing in the R&B songs, and that's kind of where it all came from. I was like, I want to see if I can try and make an R&B song, and it's a lot more difficult than I thought. I knew it was going to be difficult, but it's not something that I have made. I am a jazz musician, so anything that isn't jazz is kind of out there. Jazz, or I guess electronic, I guess, or just kind of like piano-based songs, is something that's just kind of out of my comfort zone. So this album really kind of pushed things, and I also had a time limit to make everything as well. Why did I have a time limit? This is going to tie into this song. So basically the premise for this song and the inspiration for the writings of this song, like I said, the type of style, I guess, came from Destiny's Child and kind of you can do it, you can move on, you know, kind of inspirational stuff. But the lyrics tie into me personally. What I mean by that is, if you don't already know and you don't kind of follow my channel a little bit, I am FTM. What that means is female to male transgender, and I'm currently going through the process of transitioning, so right now I'm still waiting for my gender therapist kind of thing to be written up so that I can start all of my tests. And I want to do it professionally because it's the whole legal side of things, and I don't want to stuff anything up, and I'd rather go through things legally. So that's what I made the song about. I was like, for a long time I haven't really been myself, haven't really been able to be myself because everyone's kind of said, nah, you're female, you can't do this, you can't go here, kind of thing. Why are you wearing boys' clothes? Why are you playing with boys' toys? Why are you doing boys' things? And I say all of this stuff because this is how society has grown up, and this kind of the stereotypes that is kind of ingrained in everyone when they're children. And I was punished quite harshly for kind of going off in my own little direction, but I was trying to be myself, and then I tried to kind of fit to society's standards, and that really didn't work for me at all, as you can see. That didn't really work for me, so I wanted to make something a bit inspirational and be like, you know what, I've been through a lot of stuff, and it's not been fun, and it's not been easy, but after everything and the whole process and everything, I will be a lot happier, I will be able to be myself and just be a lot better all around, and it's gonna be a lot better. So that was why I wrote the song. So yeah, I never went into detail when I first recorded this, and it's not easy. Like, it's not easy me trying to explain everything and kind of come out and stuff. So yeah, it's been a tough thing. It was tough just even accepting everything and kind of making that phone call. So yeah, either way, I hope you enjoy this song. Because it's a good upbeat, just kind of, yeah, I can do it. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully. And we'll be back for the next explanation for the next song. Woo! Walking tall, won't feel small anymore. I've had a lot on my mind, but I'm leaving it all behind. Gonna be free, gonna be me. I've got a lot ahead of me, but I'll no longer be filled with dread. Change isn't easy, but they say the good things in life are free. I've got a long road ahead to be me. They'll say, don't give up, just raise your hands, I won't stop. They'll say,
stronger, I'm determined to succeed. I'll be walking tall, no matter what. The harder, the stronger, I'm determined to succeed. I'll be walking tall, I'm feeling small. Now I'll say, don't give up, just raise your hands, I won't stop. Now I'll say, don't give up, just raise your hands, and I won't stop.
Okay, well, hopefully you enjoyed that little track from my album, Living on Mars. If you didn't originally catch the name of the song, it's Walking Tall. And that was I guess, technically the second song on the album. I mean, technically it's the third, but it's just... You'll know if you know the layout of the album and you purchase it and stuff. Yeah. Obviously you don't have to, you really don't have to, I'm just... The next one, Fine Line. This one's an interesting one. It's a lot shorter, but honestly, it's one of my favorite tracks on the album. Like, it's one of my favorite songs on there. It was so cool and so fun to make. I kind of like the idea of taking something from the last song and then putting it into another song and like building from that. I don't know why, I liked that idea. So I took bits and pieces from A Window to the Outside and I put it into Fine Line. And then I made a really kind of creepy atmosphere kind of song. I wanted the vocals in it to not take away too much from the music, but just kind of add to it, if that makes sense. Like, just add to it. And I wanted them to be very low and very kind of echoey, and I don't know, just to kind of add the creep to the song. This was honestly one of the songs, once it was finished, I was immensely proud of, and I was like, oh my god, you have to listen to this song that I have made. I think I'm making an album here. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Please, just listen to this song. So it's a bit of a shorter song, but I hope you like it, because this is, honestly, it's one of my favorites. So hopefully it becomes one of your favorite too. So this is Fine Line from the album Living on Mars. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hello, did you enjoy that song? I hope you did. I do. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's got a special place here. Next song that we're going to talk about is called Automatical. Um, this one is a bit more, I guess, electronic. I don't know what it would fall under, just because there are so many different ways that you could call it. So I'm gonna say electronic. Gonna assume that it's that, and if I get corrected, you can correct me. It's okay, because I have no idea what to put this under. um, I will, like I did before, when I was trying to record this, explain things a little bit better, just because I. It's a long song and it has a lot in it and about it, but I do feel like it could be taken in a different way to what it was meant. Obviously, with music, you know, that's kind of the beauty of it. You can interpret it the way that you interpret it. But also, I want to make sure that my idea kind of gets out there and people don't hate me for thinking that I wrote it about something different. I don't know. Like, these topics are just... this song's inspiration when I was writing it was about, you know, when you get those people who are just like, there's absolutely no talent when it comes to writing this type of music. And I'm just gonna put, like, blank. There's no talent when it comes to writing blank music. You can just sit on a computer and it'll do everything for you. The reality is, it's not that simple. It's really not. It does take time and patience. And, like, yeah, you can write a song in, like, 2 hours and stuff. That's fine. Like, I like to make sure I take time. I'm obviously not the best musician and best writer and all of that. But that's where the inspiration came from, is it does take talent. It takes a lot of talent to write all these different genres, and especially when writing this album, I was like, this is crazy. How can I write this kind of genre of music? It's really difficult. And I had a lot of trouble with some of the genres of music in this album, and that's fine. You know, I'm not a professional at them. I've never studied them. I've never done anything like that. You know, my talents, like I said, are jazz and just sitting at a piano. So when I wrote everything on this phone, everything on the album is written on this phone on GarageBand. And I just kind of wanted to test my skills and see what I could do with music and what I could add to music. And it's a crazy process, but I did it all on this phone, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. Like, very proud of myself. So that's the idea of this song, is, you know, when people are talking about, you know, it takes no talent to write this music. It's just like, well, you have the power to make music in your hands. It just takes a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of playing around with to get something that you would consider, you know, a cool song, I guess. It does take that little bit of knowledge and time and patience and love for music and understanding to kind of be like, yeah, you can also make an amazing song, honestly, without any knowledge of what the keys and everything are, and that's fine. Like, I'm not judging anyone. I just kind of want the whole stigma of it takes no talent, the computer does everything, to kind of go away, because without this technology, there wouldn't be any modern songs, there wouldn't really be any of that final touch-ups to songs, and I guess in some ways, yes, it does take away a little bit of heart and soul when you have somebody who is producing it and kind of doing it all for you, but you can still find the people who put their heart and soul into music who do use these kind of technologies, you know. You just gotta look for it. So that was the idea for this song. It wasn't anything like to do completely and entirely with technology. It was just to kind of do with music technology, and that it's growing and evolving and it's getting a lot better. Like, it's honestly getting a lot better, and there is that fear that technology will take over singers and that it will just all be a computer. But there are still people making music. I think even when or if that does happen, there's still going to be people writing music. There's still going to be people who are trying with all their soul to write a really good song. So hopefully I haven't rambled on too much about what this song is about, and hopefully you enjoy it. This is Automatical on the album Living on Marz. Please enjoy it, please. Like, I had so much fun just writing all this. Hopefully you enjoy.
Technological, mechanical, automatical music, anatomical, artificial, intellectual music. 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 Computer hardware and voice control, manipulation of sound for music. But without this development, there would be no music relevant. Society complaining of machine taking over, yet they use it in their lives. The hypocritical, hysterical way of thinking. There's talent behind everything you're sinking. Did you look at your clock? Did you look at your laptop? Did you look underneath all the sound on the radio? Did you make these devices? Is simple all that suffices? Did you make these devices underneath the sound on the radio? Remember when they made the television, the sound and the color change? Then there was a boombox for music that became handheld portable. Look how it all rearranged. The more science develops, the more music will too. Enough sound to envelop and warp into its stew. Technological, mechanical, automatical music, anatomical, artificial, intellectual music. Technological, mechanical, automatical music, anatomical, artificial, intellectual music. Are you really that naive? Are you afraid of the machine? Are you really that naive? Or are you afraid of the machine? Technological, mechanical, automatical music, anatomical, artificial, intellectual music. Technological, mechanical, automatical music. music, anatomical, artificial, intellectual music, computer hardware and voice control, manipulation of sound for music. But without this development, there would be no music relevant. Society complaining of machine taking over, yet they use it in their lives. The hypocritical, hysterical way of thinking, there's talent behind everything you're sinking.
Warning, this one is loud, so if you don't like screaming, you don't have to listen to it. You can probably skip like about 4 minutes ahead once I say, yeah, it's gonna stop playing. The screaming isn't too bad, it's kinda in the background, but I know some people don't like it too much, so if you don't, that's fine, you can skip forward. This one is a bit more controversial topic. It's about those people who use religion as a shield, basically. So they continue to be hateful and do really bad and nasty things, and they're like, oh, I'm not bad, I follow blah 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 religion. That's not how it works. And obviously this kind of makes a really bad reputation for the people who are in that religion, who actually kind of follow it a bit better, who, you know, like follow it and don't use it as a shield for really not nice things. And pointed to the people who do that, because I'm really not a fan of those people. I understand like a lot of that stuff. I've grown up and done those things, you know, and I know for a fact it says nowhere to be really horrible to someone, but then say, you know, I follow this religion. It says there, treat others like you would yourself, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other religions do that, where they're just like, you know, just be good to people and you'll get that in return. Or just, in general, be good to people. It should be like common sense, just be nice. So, that's just kind of one of my pet peeves, the people who do that. Like, I'm not pinpointing people I can't really pinpoint and point fingers at people, but to those listening, you know who I'm talking about. Because they are there, and it's not fun. Like, it's not. Just be nice, people. Be nice. So, here it is. Don't want to listen, skip 4 minutes ahead. This is Blind on the album Living on Mars. Ooh.
You answered, I am not the one corrupted by deception. I am not the one that you answered. You're the one who's in the line, chasing
and following blindly. There's no wisdom in calling blindly. No wisdom to live in the dark. If it's not the way you want, you won't have it. If you're ever gone, I won't miss it. 'Cause there's no wisdom in following the.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed that, to those who like that stuff. Like, I like that. I like a lot of genres of music, so it's my thing. But for some people it's not, and like, I understand that, like, not everything is for everyone, and that's fine. So, everything's different on the album, you can pick and choose which ones you do and do not like, that's fine. Everyone has the right to do that, and be like, you know what, I like this song more than the other one, that's fine. Next song is called Separate. This one, at the time, I was like, I'm gonna write about this, I'm emotional about this, we're just gonna write it. This one specifically is about my mom, and I'll try and talk about this in the nicest way possible that I can, and try to keep the mood of everything up here. Okay. So I would say quite recently-ish. It's usually around Christmas time when this happens, and it kind of happens to like a lot of people around Christmas time. It's just a thing that happens because of the holiday season. But what happens is sometimes she gets a bit unwell, doesn't really take her medication, and that's when she ends up in hospital. So for that time that she was there, the nurses were like, every psychosis basically, the brain will deteriorate, and she's not going to be the same as what she was before that, because she can't. The brain has, you know, deteriorated. It's got bits and pieces kind of missing. Which is what happens. It's just a chemical imbalance that, you know, it happens to people, and that's fine. But what's not good is when you don't take medication and you don't get the chemical balance that you need. The body just kind of slowly starts to just get worse and worse and worse and worse, and that's when it gets bad. So when you're constantly kind of fluctuating up and down as well with your levels, it's not good, and it's not healthy for a person. And like, I get it. When you're taking that stuff all the time, constantly, 24/7, every day, it sucks. it really sucks. Like, you get to a point and you're like, I don't want to take this anymore, I hate it, it's annoying, I just want to be normal. Like, I get it, I understand that feeling completely. Like, it's not fun. Who wants to be jabbed with a needle every day? Like, no one does. No one wants to be jabbed with a needle every day. You know what I mean? So this one's a bit more personal, and then I kind of tried to broaden it out a little bit as well to kind of hopefully get people to relate. Is like, you know, even if we are all different, it's okay. Like, we're not all the same, and that's fine. You know, we all have something, and some of us have chemical imbalances, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's fine. So this one's a bit different. Trying to keep the mood up here, but, you know, that's... And be a bit educational, I guess. So here it is, separate, on the album Living on Mars. Bit more somber, kind of, bit more somber. Hopefully you enjoy.
I was told something horrible yesterday. The nurses said you'd never be okay. Your brain will slowly start to decay. And I watch you gradually slip away. That's a hard thing to do, 'cause of everything that's happened to you. And it hurts to hear you cry on the phone. No, you never understand the things I know. You never got to raise me, watch me grow and everything. But I want you to understand, whether you realize it or not, you're wonderful even when you lose all you got. Perpendicular shape, squeezed into a blank space. It's grayed, molded, unfolded, turned into its own face. Just because think and feel differently doesn't make you human separately. We're all different mentally. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. The stars
hopefully you enjoyed that. The next song on this list of mine that I have in front of me is Gold. Pretty self-explanatory. I kind of wanted something a bit more calmer in this song. Wanted something a bit more calmer. I wanted to try and take inspiration from a lot of those alternative artists that have come out who are producing music. I mean, technically, I guess I would fall under the whole independent kind of bit for music, I guess, because I did a lot of this and it was on my own. I didn't have a company or anything doing anything, but I took inspiration from that just because it's a little bit different, and I thought it'd be interesting and cool to take a little bit more of a chill song and do something like that. This one took a while to write. It was the first song that I wrote, and I didn't think it was going to be in an album. And I was like, you know what, I want to put it in here, because it fits, and it's a nice chill song, and it worked. It does kind of fall under the theme of kind of a bit more technological, kind of distorted sound, I guess. But I had a lot of fun with it, and it was a good song, and hopefully you enjoy it too. Like, it's a nice song. I like it. I hope you like it. Here it is. Gold on the album, Living on Mars. Don't wear the name out either. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Kiss me goodnight, drown all the light in here, hiding from darkness, hiding from fear, holding you close is all I can hear, dreaming, so heartbeat, sigh as you breathe, mumble and stutter, clench up your fist, close up your eyes. Keeping close to you, keeping close to you. Here's gold. Here's gold. Here's gold. What can be discarded? If I keep on drowning, how will I be saved? So heartbeat, sky degree, keeping close to you, keeping close to you. School.
The next song that I'm going to talk about, hopefully you enjoyed that song beforehand. Ugh, mental blank. My god. My gosh. The next song I want to talk about is called Hollow. It's a bit more personal. You know when you're young and then you get older and you kind of look back on everything and you're like, man, I was dumb. Kind of one of those moments. I had a bit of a realization when watching a particular video in the past that I had put up online on my other YouTube channel, Marzipan1 Miss Marz. Kind of gone away from that channel and just kind of moved everything here. I kind of feel like I'm a bit more of a different person. It may not seem like I'm a different person, but I feel like I have kind of changed a little bit and am a little bit better and still trying to improve on that. And this song takes from that realization of, wow, that was really not okay, and I did all of that. It wasn't a nice experience, but it was good in the sense that I got to witness it personally and then kind of take that on board. I will always kind of want to take on criticism and try and improve on that if I can personally. Obviously, changing isn't easy, and for that particular thing, it's not easy, and not a lot of people can change from that. But hopefully I have, and hopefully I'm a lot better for it, and just kind of realizing and understanding I wasn't the greatest person, I wasn't the nicest person, but I want to improve on that and make things a lot better. So that's what this song was about. So hopefully you enjoyed the song. It's called Hollow. It's an a cappella song, so all vocals apart from the rain in the background. That's the only thing that isn't a cappella. I just kind of wanted to add something into the back of it as a white noise, and the rain just kind of fit the song a lot. So hopefully you enjoy Hollow on the album Living on Mars, and I'm gonna keep saying it.
Manipulative, inconsistent. I didn't follow through with my words. I used hollow apologies and lies, hidden behind a disguise that was two-faced and misplaced. I was a dangerous thing, but now I sing from my mistakes, evil and fakes, and I'm glad you watched me grow. Without that I wouldn't know. I'm glad you stayed. Said I didn't want to be like them, but I was the person I hated. I'm older like that, but I'm glad I grew up and changed, and I'm better than that. I'm no longer hollow. I'm drowning. I never wanted to be this way. I'm drowning. I'm worried it's never going to be okay. I'm drowning. Let me lie to myself. I'm drowning. 'Cause it's better than living in hell. Don't fall. I just want you to be okay. I just want you to feel safe. I'm afraid of you seeing me the way that I see myself. It's my own personal hell, doubt and fear and belief. I'm drowning. I'm drowning.
Well, I hope you liked that song. I think this is going to be the last song for today. I'm sorry if this went on for a little bit. I understand it is very long, and a lot of the longer videos, people don't like really staying for the long haul of it all, but if you made it this far, that's awesome. Like, you wanted to listen to that radio podcast, whether it be in the background, or you watched this through and through with me and a weird picture of myself that I drew ages ago when I had rainbow hair. As my little radio podcast person while I play the music. I'm glad you stayed through that. That's really cool.
Okay, so Marz from the future here, who is editing the video, and it's pretty much been a year into the future, so this is me voicing over past a year. I don't know what you would say, but basically I'm just voicing over. For the sheer fact of the next song that I did, I wanted to talk about in the present of having listened and recorded it quite recently, is a song that me and my cousin Riley Holmes were working on called Pretty Little Karma. It's a song that was pretty much 4 years in the making for the reasons of that I sent off a kind of like a sheet of lyrics to him, and from that he made an absolutely amazing riff, and from there it began. But time passed on and we became quite busy and it never really got finished. And a while later I said I was making an album. I pretty much had finished this whole entire album that you can now listen to on iTunes, that I'm not going to wear the name out of. And he basically re-recorded the guitar, he added in the drums and like the lead and the bass and everything like that, all I basically did for the song was vocals. I did some background kind of singing bits, I did some screaming, and I asked if he would like to also sing the song as well. So, over the Christmas period for 2017, last year, um, because it's now 2018 in the new year, is what I'm saying. But we recorded this while we were together. Just went and jumped in the car. We tried to make a makeshift recording studio, but the car just seemed to be the best place to record it, as that is where I tend to record all my songs that you often hear, is all just recorded in a car, for the sheer fact of it just makes the sound quality much, much better, and I don't have my own kind of recording studio or anything like that set up, and we were on holiday as well, so we only brought up very small amounts of things. But he just kind of brought up his whole entire setup by the looks of things. He had the mic going on and everything. After so long of recording this song and having going through everything, I'm honestly extremely happy that this is finished. It sounds amazing, and I'm really excited to share it with you. I also have it up on iTunes as just a single by itself, separate from the album, because I feel it could do honestly amazing just on its own alone. So without further ado, I'd love for you to listen to this song, because it is something that has been worked on for a very long time, and I'm honestly extremely happy with the results. This is Pretty Little Karma by me and my cousin Raleigh Holmes. Enjoy.
Walking the narrow path with sand in my toes. Look over my shoulder, I'm getting close. With the pain in my side and blood off my feet, holding tight on my anchor, I fall to my knees.
Chains. I can feel the poison running through all my veins. If you want a redemption, if you wanted a fate, there was holding you back, drag me down to the sea. Foreboding in silence and through the rain, there's light in the tunnel, and you know the sign.
Don't say that it's all my fault, 'cause I feel like you're rocking the boat, and I get that I'm not the same.
Fuck your logic, it's all nonsense. Let's just go inside. Let's hold all your fears. Are you afraid of the water? It's made by your tears. And I've got vengeance that is scripted in my palm. If you can't see the demons, and don't say remain calm. Who am I to judge when you've judged all of mine? I'm just sick of these words that you vomit when you're lying.
Don't say that it's all my fault, 'cause I feel like you're rocking the boat, and I get that I'm not the same.
Fuck your logic, it's all nonsense. Let's just go inside.
Say that I didn't try, 'cause I feel you only say what you like,
your logic, it's all nonsense. Let's just go inside.
I'm drenched in my own sweat while I'm dragged I hold my breath. I can see the ship above the waves out of reach, out of touch. Can be saved.
All my hopes and dreams are tied. Lining is the ship from up above. And in the messes sets to a flame. Pretty little plumber is all to blame.
Setting all my shackles loose, I take the time to remove the noose. And while it slowly sinks to my depths, I'm free from all your lies and pretendence. Don't say that it's all my fault, 'cause I feel like you're rocking the boat. And I get that I'm not the same.
Fuck your logic, it's all nonsense. Let's just go inside.
Say that I didn't try, 'cause I feel you only say what you like. And I get that I'm not the same.
Fuck your logic, it's all nonsense. Let's just go inside.
Say that it's all my fault, 'cause I feel like you're rocking the boat. And I get that I'm not the same.
Fuck your logic, it's all nonsense. Let's just go inside.
Say that I didn't try, 'cause I feel you only say what you like. And I get that I'm not the same.
Fuck your logic, it's all nonsense. Let's just go inside.
You alright, mate?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Nah, take it easy.
Thanks, you too. See you on the flip side.
Oh my goodness. That's probably just jumped up to like my favorite song um for like all time of like creating. Uh, that was a lot of fun to make with my cousin, and I'm really glad that I asked him if he wanted to finish the song so that we could put it onto the album. This has honestly just been amazing, and I've had a really fun time making the whole entire album. And I'm definitely going to keep making more music, and I've definitely got some more stuff out there for you. Hopefully, you also enjoyed this kind of weird radio show thing. If you did, waddle over to like button, slap the subscribe it to become a hatchling, and I will definitely see you all in a wingspan. Okie dokie. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.